Opposed motion to withdraw as pro hack vice counsel by attorney Michael Hayden, Esquire. Unite the people for defendant Milagro Elizabeth Cooper. Okay. Preliminary statement. And they say it here, so y'all gonna read it here. Unite the People was retained as pro bono counsel by defendant in the above reference matter to draft and send a cease and desist letters on behalf of defendant. Did y'all hear that correctly? I'm gonna say it one more time. Unite the People was retained as pro bono counsel by defendant in the above reference matter to draft and send cease and desist letters on behalf of defendant. Unite the People is unable to secure and retain local Florida counsel for this matter due to financial reasons from both Unite the People and from defendant. Due to financial reasons, which have arisen by the defendant and Unite the People, Inc., Unite the People, Inc. seeks to withdraw from representation of defendant as pro hack vice counsel in this matter. Specific basis for withdrawal, okay? This is number 4. Financial difficulties have arisen with Unite the People, Inc. and defendant, making it unreasonably difficult for Unite the People, Inc. to continue to effectively represent defendant as pro hack vice counsel in this matter, unable to secure local Florida counsel. Defendant is unable to compensate Unite the People. Unite the People, Inc. is a non-profit I'm sorry, I'm reading too fast, so let me start over. Defendant is unable to compensate Unite the People. Unite the People, Inc. is a non-profit incorporation firm that specializes in criminal and both conviction matters, having no dedicated civil litigation department. Unite the People currently has 2 licensed attorneys who specializes in criminal law, who handle large caseloads. Without local Florida counsel to act as lead counsel, Unite the People cannot continue to represent defendant from California, or it will suffer extreme financial burden, likely ruin, and would prejudice current client representation, which is nonprofit, heavily discounted services. And then it says conferral with counsel for plaintiff. On May 19, 2025, undersigned counsel notified counsel for plaintiff via email of this intention to withdraw as pro hack vice counsel from this matter for reasons previously disclosed under seal. Counsel for plaintiff is unopposed to the motion to withdraw by Unite the People. However, Unite the People, Inc. will not be able to carry out events occurring to California depositions, etc., without being able to secure local Florida counsel. If the motion for withdrawal of Unite the People as defendant's pro hack vice counsel is granted, a proposed order will be submitted to the court under separate cover. And then they give a memorandum. And I'm just going to skip over a few things. And solely what they're saying is given the financial burdens that have arisen between Unite the People and defendant, plus the inability to secure and pay local Florida counsel, sufficient good cause exists to permit the withdrawal of Unite the People, Inc. as pro hack vice counsel of record for defendant. All right, y'all. And that's pretty much it. And that's the bottom. And then they given, oh, wow. Wait a minute. Hold up. Oh, they're showing the paperwork. Ooh, they got tea. There's an exhibit at the bottom. Retail calculator, where they've been mailing off mail. Well, I guess this ain't nothing, but they've been, I guess, sending off mail for Unite the People and then, to the courthouse. Okay, they just showing proof about them sending off paperwork. Well, if y'all had not seen already, I have posted the court documents to Twitter. They're on there for you to go and read for yourself. And if y'all have any questions, any concerns, anything pertaining to the case, I am pretty sure we will also get an update, just like we got an update last time from Judge Cecilia Altanaga. I'm pretty sure she will come out and respond either swiftly or within a few hours, like she did with Michael A. Pansier. All right, y'all. Let's see here. Let me read the comments. Sorry. Yes. If you go back, that is the only mention about being pro bono. Pro bono was only mentioned due to cease and desist letters. That was the only mention of them being pro bono. And they also took responsibility for saying, hey, us on top of the defendant couldn't afford. And then they went into, hey, we are a nonprofit incorporation. We have other clients that we need to be dealing with because we are an organization that deal with people who are less fortunate. And we cannot pour all of our money into one client knowing that we have other clients to deal with. What date does the show being filed? Okay, hold on, let me look. Oh, this was filed on May the 23rd. This was filed literally the same day. Let me go back. Let's clock some fucking tea, y'all. This was filed. Let me go back. They filed this on May the 23rd, right? This was filed literally the same day that the judge said, hey, I don't see shit when it comes down to Michael A. Pansier with the whole email communication, right? So if y'all looking at the calendar, this was filed last Friday. This was filed last Friday. And of course, you have a lot of things going on, right? Memorial Day. And so we didn't find out until today. But we would most definitely get a response as we see here. It says oppose motion to withdraw, and it shows Unite the People, and it says responses are due by June the 6th. So remember when it came down to Michael A. Pansier, responses were due by May the 29th, right? Which would have been on this Thursday coming up. But if y'all recall, it took a few hours for the judge to respond to Michael A. Pansier, right? And I'm looking at it right now. When it comes down to Michael A. Pansier, he filed all this shit, right? On the 15th, May the 15th. The judge responded the exact same day. Now, when it comes down to Unite the People, this was filed last Friday. Will the judge respond today? We will have to wait and see. Is it too late in the case for them? Because they're going to say, hey, it's too late. Y'all should have responded with new local counsel. Or is she going to make them stick it out, or is she going to grant it? That is something that we'll be waiting to see. And, you know, this is my thing here. And I said this before. Where did that money go that you used? You said you took out all that money from Give, Send, Go. Okay, where is it at now? What money of yours have you put in to try to retain a new lawyer? Those are the questions that need to be asked. And at this point, it's an embarrassment that you spent all weekend going back and forth about Armand Wiggins and then sitting up here trying to clown Unite the People on top of rehashing out the events of Tory Lanez versus Megan Thee Stallion and Kelsey Harris. You utilized your time wrong. And I'm pretty sure everything has been documented. And I'm pretty sure Judge Cecilia Altanaga has this intel. And she's going to get on your ass. She's probably going to fine you, hold you in contempt, or whatever, what have you. Because you had time to go find a lawyer But this is what you chose to spend your time with. So when it comes down to judges, they do not like their time played with. Do not waste a judge's time. That will piss them off faster than any fucking thing. So imagine when Judge Cecilia Altanaga gets wind that instead of you retaining a new lawyer, that's how you chose to spend your time. And she just reprimands your ass. Oh, yeah, worrying about Cardi. What you worrying about Cardi for? I read that on Lipstick Alley. Oh, yes, she does. Amelia, yes, she does. Because when you come out here, you say, hey, guys, I already know the T days before y'all actually see a court update. Well, okay, well, if that's so called true, then why do you wait until I post the court documents and then you now want to come out and fully talk about it? You should have been done talked about it. But don't wait till I post the goddamn court documents. You cannot sit up here and try to hound nobody and talk about Armand Wiggins when it comes down to his money. Stop counting other people's pocketbooks. I'm going to tell you one thing, and I'm going to tell you one thing now. You better find you a new lawyer. Oh, CC, well, see, chocolate lovers. So there has been a court update, and Unite the People has filed to withdraw due to financial reasons. Also, we have learned here the only time that they was pro bono was due to them referencing a matter to draft up a cease and desist. Now, the question lies, who in the fuck did you send this cease and desist to? If they were drawn up cease and desist, who were they sent out to? Because we ain't heard no shit that somebody had a cease and desist now. Ain't nobody heard no shit like that. That's the only time that they said that they was pro bono. Okay? I'm getting multiple. Oh, damn. I just posted this. It's already at 729 views. Oh, wait a minute. It done went up to 839. Thank y'all for the 900 followers. I got 900 followers now on Twitter. I appreciate y'all, every last one of y'all. And see, when it comes down to the followers, I know that every one of y'all is real followers. So I appreciate y'all for the follow. Uh, the next court update I do have to go and look at was the new lawsuit with Sean Diddy Combs when it come down to the whole Tootsie Roll, shit that 50 Cent was clowning him for. Um, it had errors, and so the clerk had told them, "Hey, take it back, fix it." And so it showed that they sent it back in, but I was waiting for the actual clerk to clear it so that I can post it. But I'll go in and I'll double check and make sure that it's cleared because we like to post actual court documents that is actual real. Okay, we don't post drafts of court documents. We don't post shit that hasn't been approved yet from the clerk. We post, well, me, let me say me. I post approved court documents from the clerk. Okay? What the fuck going on in the chat? Bitch, you know better than me. Oh, child. Eat a dick. What the fuck? Now, Miles, come on now. Why would you say that? You and Jalen was friends. Now, why would you backdoor him like that and get on Miller's station head and say that about that boy? Now, he was your friend. You want him in jail. What proof do you have that he made a deep fake video? You got to have proof now. You can't just say somebody doing something and ain't no proof. But y'all derailing stuff. But anyway, does anybody have a comment? Anybody got something to say? Oh shit, I'm at 1.3 thousand. But anyway, let's get back to task, y'all. Let's get back to task. Um, where is that money? Right now would be the perfect time to come out and say what you have done with that money. You can't say and try to utilize what Conscious TV said and say that Conscious TV brought up, because he mentioned it on the show. He brought up the reviews of UTP, and then you come out and let's clock some fucking tea, y'all. You come out and you utter almost the exact same words from his show, but I thought you don't watch other content creators. How do you know what everybody's doing every other day? You know what everybody's doing. How you know what Armand's doing? How do you know what Country TV is talking about? I thought you don't fuck with these people. Megan Thee Stallion, you know her every move. Cardi B, you know her every move. This woman is separated. So what the fuck difference does it make if she's popping her pussy on other pussies? What the fuck does that matter to you? Why are you worrying about other people, but then you come out and say that you don't watch other content creators, but you seem to know what everybody's talking about, and you seem to know far more about what they got going on than you led to believe? I don't get it. That don't make sense to me. And I remember that saying, never let a motherfucker in your house that ain't got shit to lose. Stop coming out here online or in the public acting like you ain't got shit to lose. Nobody wants to fuck with people like that. If I got some motherfuckers in my motherfucking faces around me, you better have some shit to lose in this motherfucker. You walk around here, you act like you ain't got shit to lose, and then you reckless, and then you just spew shit. Don't nobody want to be around that. I'm sorry to say that, but don't nobody like to be. No one likes being around that. Nobody. Nobody at all. What you should have done was you should have been quiet. You have made yourself where you're difficult to work with. That's number one. Number two, you've made the clause of attorney-client privilege difficult because one, you're coming out here and you're spewing hate and you're talking shit about your own fucking counsel. Who the fuck does that? These motherfuckers are the main people that is gonna try to help and get you out of trouble. But then you're going out here and you're talking mad shit about them. What the fuck? And then you're not paying them what you should pay them. What the? Who does that? So how can you feel bad for something? How can you feel bad for people when they go off and do that? And again, like I said yesterday, when it comes down to attorney-client privilege, there is only so much an attorney can say, lawyer. There's only so much that they can say. They can't run no fade on you and say, hey, this is what really happened. So when I was on her trial and I did this and blue, 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 they can't come off and indulge those type of conversations. But see, you can. So all of this shit is one-sided. You can sit up here and try to spin a narrative and paint a narrative knowing that they can't reply to that shit. But oh, yes, the fuck they can. There is one way that they can reply. That's by taking your motherfucking ass to court for non-payment and contract breach. And then we'll find out what the fuck happened. So you better hope and pray that they don't run your ass down to a small claims court for non-payment and contract breach. So you think you safe to come on here and run it up on them and talking about they ain't shit and they ain't this. Y'all go look at the reviews. Baby, they was everything you wanted them to be when you called them and wanted to retain them when you first got this motherfucking lawsuit. See, let's clock some fucking tea. When it comes down to unite the people, y'all can, not y'all, but her, she can say whatever she want to say about them goddamn people. But they was everything she wanted them to be when she got this motherfucking lawsuit. Now they ain't shit. Child. Well, team. Y'all want to read the court document? It is on Twitter for y'all to go indulge in. And at the end of the day, a lot of things has happened because people don't know how to shut the fuck up. Follow rules. When somebody give you direction, follow it. Follow them. Charisma, I feel sorry for you, girl, because you now have the potential to be dragged into this shit because they're going to come out and say, I don't trust all the metadata that was given to us by Milagro Elizabeth Cooper. So she's saying one thing, we're getting her metadata, and we feel like some shit is missing. So to piece everything together, let's go over here because now she has shown proof of a text message. So let's go over here and we want the full fucking thread because you're saying that you didn't say this to Noor. We've gotten a sworn testimony deposition from Noor saying that you said this, and now let's get another witness now that you have brought another person into light. And remember, it doesn't matter when you said the shit, everything and anything leading up until present time, whatever you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. So you keep talking and you keep adding other people. And this is my thing. Why are you trying to go out and have Nicki Minaj file a lawsuit against Armand? That don't make sense to me. That don't make sense at all. Well, anyway, when it comes down to the court updates, if we get an update today, I will come back outside and we will go over and we will indulge in the court documents. If Cecilia Altanaga comes out and says, hey, I approve this message. But we will see if anything else is said because she gave a deadline and the deadline was not met. So there might be even more shit said about her coming down the pipeline on top of her responding to Unite the People if she's going to approve them to withdraw or she's going to make them stay. We'll find out. All right? And like I always say, Amy, you're right. You are so right. Now, see, I was able to go to the court trial, when it was, let's clock some fucking tea. Hold on. Let's rewind this back. Hold on. Let's rewind this back. Hold on real quick. So the second court trial date, remember it was July, then they moved it to September the 8th, right? So didn't she come out and say that she had got Chris Brown tickets? And the original court date was September the 8th, starting off with the 2-week trial. How the fuck you got Chris Brown tickets, knowing that was the original date that your motherfucking ass was supposed to be in court? Then all of a sudden, imaginarily, this motherfucking 60-day continuance was put in by Michael A. Pansier because of hardship going on with his family. That was privated, by the way. We couldn't see that when he submitted that to the courthouse. We couldn't see that shit. All in all, for you to then turn around and withdraw. What did Megan Thee Stallion say? Let's wrap that real quick. What she say? She said, hey, 24 hours in a day, and the first thing y'all hoes do is start hating. Couldn't be me. And you've shown that time and time again. You wake your motherfucking ass up at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and you start hating. Like, what the fuck? You get up on this motherfucker and just start hating. Them words hidden. Day in and day out. I don't even know this hoe. This hoe keep begging me for attention. That's what she say, huh? That's what she said. Wake up hating, like just hate on your heart, hate on your mind. I'm trying to tell you, don't nobody like being around dark, clouded people or people who trauma dump. And then you more worried about their situation than they are. Ain't nobody got time for that shit. I ain't got time for that. You know, ain't nobody got time for that. That's when people they separate themselves from you. They don't want to be associated with you when you do shit like that. Well, again, I hope y'all have a good day. It's only I'm here in Houston, as y'all do know. It is 11:17 a.m. Central Standard Time, and let's enjoy our day today. Today is hot. It was raining. A big old thunderstorm came through last night. I slept good and everything like that. I am off today, and I'm off tomorrow. I think about I'm gonna go to French's. I ain't been to French's chicken, the chicken place here. I think about going over there, get me some chicken and some collard greens. Or I might cook me some dressing, macaroni and cheese, mashed potatoes. Get me some hot water cornbread, collard greens, and just do it in. I don't know, but I don't feel like cooking. But then I do feel like cooking. I don't know. We'll see. But I want to go to French's. I ain't been there yet. They got a few French's around here. I think about going over there, get me some chicken or something. But y'all, touch grass. Enjoy your beautiful day today. The sun is out, it's lovely, and everything like that. And always remember, when you lead with integrity, you will never have to worry about somebody questioning your intentions or your loyalty. Do you hear me when I say it? Okay? Let me tell you something when I tell you. And I want y'all to go out there and have a great day and a good day and go touch grass, because I know all of us go touch grass now. Shit. But y'all enjoy y'all's day. If there is a court update, I will be back. I will let y'all know if there's any upcoming, events coming down the pipeline. So much as far as, hey, you supposed to have had a retaining new attorney by Friday. So is she going to say something about that? And also, when is she going to respond to UTP? All right. And with that, I will talk to y'all later. And Miles, behave. All right, y'all. Bye-bye.